There is no leaner or meaner organization to study than the United States Marine Corps. In some ways, the Corps' record of success overshadows the internal challenges confronted by the organization. But if one were to evaluate the Marine Corps in the same way one evaluates a business competitor, a number of liabilities become apparent. The Marine Corps is largely composed of entry-level employees, and we've all heard how difficult it is to motivate that sector of the workforce. The turnover rate is nearly 80%. Surely an organization cannot endure 200 years of very high turnover and retain its core values. The Marine Corps does not screen its applicants, other than to assure itself that the applicant has a high school diploma and a clean record. Surely it cannot begin with the cream of the crop. Many recruits come from backgrounds where failure is a way of life and must be retrained to think only in terms of victory. The Marine Corps has the fewest amenities of all of the services, and we all know how important creature comforts are to workplace morale. The Marine Corps is also the smallest branch of the service, dwarfed in size and budgetary allocations by the Army, Navy, and Air Force. None of these apparent shortcomings have mattered. The Marine Corps is a national success story. Fortunately for the business community, many of its leadership cultivation principles can be readily applied to any industry. Some of the lessons learned from this book will come as a surprise to the reader. Influenced by Hollywood stereotypes, many would think of the Marine Corps' management style as leadership through intimidation. But those who have served in the Corps will tell you that the officers and NCOs they would have died for were not tyrants. They did not push, they led, and their subordinates were drawn into the wake of personal example. Marines want to excel. They have been inspired by their leaders, not bullied. This book is important because the managerial challenges in today's business world are very similar to those encountered in the Marine Corps. Managers must find ways to motivate their rank and file, especially in lean times when bonuses and incremental raises are not possible. Supervisors must inspire employees who come from environments of failure. Executives must cultivate leadership and loyalty throughout the organization. And all must lead the organization at every level of the hierarchy to victory in the marketplace. Semper Fi, Business Leadership the Marine Corps Way, presents the unique leadership principles that have been developed by the Marine Corps over time, as well as the bold, groundbreaking training innovations coming out of the Marine Corps today, and shows how they can be, and have been, applied with great success to the workplace. Semper Fi begins with the successful recruiting techniques of the Marine Corps and demonstrates how the business community would do well to emulate them if it wishes to attract and retain the best applicants possible. We examine the leadership cultivation techniques employed in boot camp, sergeant school, officers training, all the way up the chain of command to the general staff. At each step, we show how today's managers, at equivalent levels, can and should implement these principles within their own organizations. Finally, Marine Corps strategies for victory, the end result of successful leadership, are shown to be just as applicable to the competitive marketplace as they are to the battlefield. The results of poor leadership skills in the corporate world, while not as historically dramatic as those on the battlefield, are no less consequential to the fate of a corporation. The degree to which every business prepares its managers to inspire and direct the personnel under their authority will determine its success. When it comes to building leaders, nobody does it better than the United States Marines. The men and women who apply to their own business careers the principles presented in the pages that follow can become the leaders of their generation.